Yo, what's everyone saying? We're here with the DMs and we're here with the tier list. You get it? Well, I don't know how many more in the future of these is gonna happen, because if you've read the news or you're on any sort of social media, rest in peace football. But hey, I might talk about that another time, innit? We're here to talk about this one right here, right now. Okay? Let's not worry about what's in the future. Let's worry about what's in right now. There's a lot of midfielders here, so if I've missed anyone, please, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry. I apologize. But let's get it cracking. Let's get it going. We're gonna start with Alan. I'm gonna put Alan in good, I think. One of Everton's marquee signings when he got signed this summer for a lot of money. Hasn't played as much games as you'd want, but when he does play, like, his quality is, to me, is evident anyway. Very good tackler, very aggressive. Knows how to play the position very well. Hopefully he gets, healthy. Hopefully he can establish a real place in Everton's team and show that, he's one of the better players in the Premier League and he could move up. If you want to move him down, fine, but I think good midfielder is good for where he's at. We've got Brighton's Bissouma. I'm going to slap him there, and serviceable, I think. I think that's a fair position for him. He's a bit of an unknown coming into the year anyway, definitely. But he's definitely shown that he's got talent. He's still relatively young, so he can obviously improve. If he can put the performances in that he has for Brighton for like a better team, then he can definitely show that he's one of the league's better defensive midfielders. And I like him a lot. A lot of people don't. A lot of people think he's a tad overrated. But hey, serviceable is kind of a fair spot for him, I think. The same thing can really be said for Hamza Chowdhury too. He's been around for quite a bit actually, and he's very recognisable because of his afro. I remember he had a bronze card on FIFA like long time ago. I'll see if I can put it on the screen somewhere, but that's why I first figured him out. Yeah, he's decent, I guess. Perhaps hasn't played, as many games as you want, but I might move him down, to be honest with you. I'm thinking about it now. I might have a second thoughts in my head. I might have a second thoughts, but I'm gonna keep him where he is for right now. You know what I mean? Fabian Delph declined a little bit, I guess. He's a lot older now. At Man City, hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, he was like here. And then maybe in Aston Villa days he would creep up here. But I think, like, I guess here, he's not actually like bottom of the barrel. He's not like the absolute worst you can get. But I think too inconsistent is a fair enough role for him, kind of thing. If he's like one of your starting midfielders to go into a Premier League campaign. Then Donker. I'm gonna put Donker in. I'm gonna put him in serviceable, I think. I've always liked him, to be fair, ever since he came to Wolves. For me, when I watch him, his game is relatively simple, as it is a lot for a lot of these players. Doesn't do too much wrong. Fits the system that Wolves play, to be honest. And yeah, just pretty good player. What would move him up to good midfielder? Do it for a better club, as it is for most of the guys on these tier lists. Eric Dier. You know what? I used to like him a lot, I can't lie to you. Maybe a few years ago, I would have put him here, definitely, but especially over the last few years, yeah, I think that's kind of a fair reflection of where he is at right now. Way too inconsistent for my liking. I don't think he's too inconsistent to be too inconsistent. See what I did there? Okay. But yeah, makes too many mistakes, especially in the box. Passing's a bit questionable. He is versatile, so I do like somebody who can play a lot of positions. He can play centre back, DM, centre mid. Apparently he can play a full-back position. I don't know about none of that. I'm not saying he can, but yeah, serviceable is where he's at, kind of thing. Kind of disappointing because, especially he's in the England team quite a lot. You'd think he's one of their linchpins. You think he's one of their better players, but he just isn't, kind of thing. To me, anyway. Maybe you think he's still good. I don't know. If you are, then give your head a wobble. Douglas Louise. Since coming to the Premier League, he's actually been okay. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna put him in serviceable for now, I think. Does a good job for Villa, to be honest with you. Nice little box-to-box midfielder. He's nice, I like him personally, And he's still relatively young, so he has a lot of room to, grow.
お前はもう死んでいる。何?
Oh god. That's these made me lose my wrangle. Hey, Mohamed Al-Neni is serviceable, man. He doesn't do anything special, to be honest with you. Literally, he's like the most average player I've ever seen in my life. Brings good energy to the team when he does play, but like he's not like a quality star or anything like that. So I think that's fair enough for him. If you want to move him down, that's fine. I don't really care, but I think serviceble's fair enough for him in that. Emile Hoyberg. I like him personally. I don't know about you. He gives you like what a good like defensive-minded midfielder kind of does, but he can also move the ball. He has good feet, can dribble a little bit, can find a pass. I think he's a little bit of a step up than, you know, your average like midfielder in the Premier League kind of thing, and I think he's really good. That's why Spurs, you know, did pay a lot of money for him to pry him out of Southampton's hands. I think Good's a little spot for him, to be honest with you. If you disagree, you know, to put the comments, but I think that's fair enough for Pierre. He's a good little player. Fabinho is in the league's finest, one of the best DMs in the Prem. This year he's had to play a lot of centre back because, of course, Liverpool have had their injury problems. Van Dijk, Gomez, yeah, the bare injuries and that. You get me? They even have to play young bucks at the back like Reece Williams and them, man. But where he has, you know, when he has played in DM, like he shows his quality in it. Breaks up play very well, tackles really hard, really good. Technical player as well, so he can dribble, he can pass, knows when to get forward as well. He's nice. He's one of the best in the league, obviously. So that's a very, very victory for him, in my opinion. If you want to move him down, I don't know why, but cool. I think that's perfect. We got Fernandinho next. It was crazy. He's old now, but like definitely a few years ago he would be here. He was like cold. I can't even hold you. I can't hold you. He's here now though. I think that he's regressed a lot. He's moved further back as well, so he doesn't even play that much DM for City. I think that's still a good little place for him because it's not like he's done. Not like he's done out here, but it's evident that he lost a few steps to me. That's gonna be like a few players on this list, to be honest with you, but I think good spot for him. We're talking about John Fleck. Come on, man. We're talking about Fred. I'll be fair, he's serviceable, I guess. If you want to put him into inconsistent though, I am gonna hold you because he probably is, isn't it? He's not great for like a top side, especially a side that wants to contend to like win things, you know what I mean? Yeah, he's like, I guess the redeeming qualities that he does have is like he does get around the pitch quite a bit, but even then, playing for my club, so maybe I've seen him maybe a bit too much, definitely too much. His tackling is meaty, his passing is meaty. He makes too many mistakes for my liking. Just generally, he's not great in my opinion, innit? But he's not bad enough to be like lower down. Basically, he's on the level of the players that he's with right now, in my opinion, innit? But whatever, innit? This Aubameyang fella, this guy's been injured for the longest time. I even know, to be honest with you. If you want to put him in serviceable, fine. Maybe I haven't seen enough of him. He was supposed to be like decent when Everton did buy him, but I think that's fair for him, innit? Because maybe I'm underselling him. I don't know, but it's fair. Isaac Hayden. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I mean, Newcastle where they are because they don't have a lot of great players. So, I mean, if I have to just do the list to do the list, he's there. But I might move him up. I'll see when I review the list of it. But I'm gonna keep him there for now. And I'm not a big fan of him personally. There are way too many players on this list that are better than him in it. So someone's gotta be better about it. Yeah. Someone who's not is Hendo. Jordan Henderson is quality. I don't think he's exactly league's finest because he doesn't have the technical ability of like a Fabinho, for example. But in terms of, you know, getting around, great passing range, just knows his roles in the team, doesn't really do too much, doesn't put a foot wrong, very consistent performer as well. And obviously great intangibles, great leadership. So quality midfield is fair. You wouldn't think a few years ago as well, Henderson was there. I think he's definitely always been good when he's at Liverpool. Maybe serviceable at times when he's not been, you know, performing at his best. But now, here, quality. He good. This is Jack Cork. This is J5, Jorginho. He good. I like Jorginho. I guess you like to see him get a bit more involved in, you know, defensive actions like tackling, marking, all that kind of shit. But he does his thing. He does his role for Chelsea very well. There's not too many players better than him at what he does. That deep lying playmaker role. So he does his thing. He does well. I like Jorginho. Maybe he's just not as athletic as you'd want. He doesn't really move around the pitch that well. But like I said, for what he does, he's good. Just good. Calvin Phillips, I like him. I think he's good, personally. First season in the Prem, that's fine. But, you know, he's been getting in the England team for since he's been in the Championship. So you know he's got talent, right? I think he's definitely a step above all the players that's in serviceable to consistent, blah, blah. What he can be do to, you know, make it into quality midfielders. I think he just needs to do it, you know, for a longer period of time. And definitely for doesn't have to be a bigger club necessarily anyway, because Leeds they're going places. Do you know what I mean? So even if he stays at Leeds and continues to perform well, continues to stay in the England setup, then he can rise. Yeah, he's good. I like Calvin. N'Golo. I don't know why it's so hard. I think he's here still. Even if you think he's lost a step, he's still better than literally like all the man here. Otherwise he wouldn't be up there. Okay. So, like, okay, yeah, you can say he lost a step. He's gotten older. That happens naturally to footballers. But there's nobody who gets around the pitch like better than him. There's nobody who tackles better than him, gets interceptions better than him, just breaks up play in general. And he's a sneaky little good footballer. He can pass a little bit. Got a good little bit. He could dribble a little bit. Like, nice, he's good. Like, N'Golo, you know. Okay, maybe he's not putting up the Leicester numbers that he used to, or when he first moved to Chelsea, that's when he was a demon and he won his Premier League Player of the Year. But he's still decent now, you get it? So, decent. He's still really good now. So, he's league's finest. I don't care what you say. If you want to put him in quality midfielder, then that's your problem. Yo, Cheku Kuyate. I'm putting him into inconsistent. I think he's definitely a step below the players that he is, you know, under. Never been his biggest fan. He's literally been too inconsistent, in my opinion. He has the kind of physique and the athletic ability to like disrupt games on a crazy thing, but you know, doesn't put it together like, more times than not in it. So I'm putting him there. Mario Lemina. No, I don't think I'm a serviceables fan. He's always been just kind of decent, to be honest. Even at Juventus, he was a role player. Came to Southampton, wanted a bigger role. Did okay, I guess. Then he came to Fulham. He's doing okay now. He's not doing anything too crazy, but like if you know him, he's like decent technical player. Can get around the pitch a little bit too. So for what he does, good, I guess, isn't it? Jake Livermore. I'm gonna keep Jake Livermore here. No. West Brom are West Brom, and they are where they are because they don't have a lot of great players. So Jake Livermore, someone's got to be down there. Unfortunately, it's you, my bro. But I've never been a fan of him, to be fair. John Lundstrom. I put him here because he had a decent year last year, to be fair, and you know, to me that says a lot, especially because Sheffield United did do very well last year, and he was one of their better players, honestly. Now, obviously, this year it's for all the Sheffield United, it's been tough for them. You get it. So the manager had them playing to a level that they're not really kind of thing, which is fine, but that's not sustainable. Which is why they're lost. And I like what Lundstrom gave to them last year. This year hasn't been great, but it's enough to keep him into inconsistent. I think I explained that well enough. I think I did. We got Nemanja Matic. Serviceable. He's alright. He's a bit older now, so he's nowhere near the player that he used to be. I think, especially like Chelsea days, he was here. Easy. Even debatably here, to be honest. He was really good. But now these days, that's a very, very fair place for him. He moves like a granddad, first of all. He does tackle hard when he does get into the right positions, which is, you know, more often than most players on this list, to be fair. When he does get a run of games, he can be a very consistent performer as well. But for him, it's even about getting in the Man United team, and he really doesn't these days, does he? So I keep him there. He can move up potentially. He won't. But cool. That is what it is. James McCarthy. No. Yeah. There's a lot of bottom of the barrel guys here, man. And do you know what's crazy? All these bottom of the barrel guys, they can give you some stuff. They can give you at least a bit of work rate. Some of them can give you a bit of passing. But I think you need more. You know what I mean? To even be in the 2 consistent range. So I'm keeping him there. If you want to put him higher, then that's fine. He there. We've got Scott McSauce. Jesus. He's serviceable, man. But he one of the better players is serviceable, and I don't care what you say. Hey, Scott McSauce, yeah. Listen, he bang average in terms of like what he can do on the pitch. You get me? But I don't know. I think it's because he plays for my club and he wears the badge on his sleeve. He gets around the pitch very well. He can score bangers. He scores long shots. You get me? I think his tackling is a bit is relatively overrated. I think, which is why he's not really a good holding midfielder. He needs to play box to box. He needs to play with somebody like, at least somebody like a Fred who can cover his back more often times than not. he's good. He's average, I guess, isn't it? I think serviceble's a fair place for him. If you want to put him in good, then I ain't fighting you. You shout. Got Big John again. Again, he's a serviceable man. There's a lot of serviceable players in the Prem, man. Yeah, he's nothing too crazy. To be fair, he'd been doing alright since Grealish has been out, but he does really good. Gives good energy to the Villa midfield. Does a lot going forward for them as well, so that has to be noted. He nice, he good. Same kind of thing with James Milner at this stage in his career, to be honest with you. I think even a few years ago, to be honest, he's here. He was really good. He was a very versatile player for Liverpool. Still is, to be honest. Fills in when they have injuries, left back, centre mid, on the wings potentially. He's had a long career, Premier League career, and he's always been really good, to be honest with you. There's really not much that you can say about James. He's just old. That's it, man. He's old, man. Wilfred NDD. Oh, I might do it. I'm gonna do it. I really like Ndidi. Hey, listen to me. I think he's excellent, okay? The way he gets around the pitch, like, it's Kante-esque in my opinion. Can tackle really good. He does really well moving the ball. He's not gonna, like, I ain't gonna say he's this creative kind of guy, kind of thing, but in his role, like, there's really not many players that are better than him in his, what he does. Do you know what I mean? He's literally replaced the boots of what Kante has, that left kind of thing, when he left Leicester for Chelsea. Dier came in and he's done his thing. Yeah, get it? Even last year, I think he even outperformed Kante in terms of being a defensive midfielder kind of thing. So the fact that he's been doing it for quite a while now, and he's just so good, I'm putting Ndidi there, and if you want to move him down, then that's fine, that's cool. But I think that's a very fair place for him kind of thing. Ruben Neves. I'm gonna put him in quality, man. Hey, Ruben's really good. I ain't gonna lie to you. He could easily play for any team in this Premier League. Easily. His range of passing, he's got a really good long shot in him, probably the best on this list, to be honest with you. He's just really good, man. He's really good. Oh, I like me some Ruben, man. I might even move him up just to be crazy, but nah. You like to see maybe a little bit more like defensive action out of him, but I guess there's Ndonka, there's midfielders that's around him, man. You get me? So it's kind of a whole team collective how they have played defense, and he's just the quarterback of the whole team, bro, and he does his thing very, very well. Mark Noble, at this point in life, he's not here. I ain't never gonna disrespect you, but he's there, kind of thing. I think. Does he even start for West Ham these days? I have no idea. They go push for Champions League. He the captain, so that's all I know. But I've liked Mark Noble for a long time, to be honest with you. Just doesn't do anything too crazy. Does his job in the centre of the park. Gets around, passes the ball very well. He's really good, but at this point in his career, he's just old. That's it. Thomas Partey is good, in my opinion. I think the players above him are definitely better. He's still new to the Premier League, I guess, so you need to let him adapt to, the players that he's playing against week in, week out. But I think that's a fair place for him, personally. Gets around, just as everyone on this list does. I think you'd like to see him probably contribute a little bit more goals, help out Arsenal's midfield a little bit, but I think that's a little good place for him. And he's had, a decent start to his Premier League career. Obviously, he can improve, and hopefully he does, because that's my Ghanaian brethren. You get me? Who this? This is Davy Proper. This is a serviceable player, I think. Yeah, I put him there. He's nice, I guess. Doesn't do anything too crazy, doesn't do anything too out of the ordinary. Helps Brighton move the ball. Yeah, what else can I say? If you want poor man's Jorginho, does that help? Maybe? I don't know. I think it helps. Declan Rice. I think Declan Rice is good. I think he's really good. Only thing with him, I think he has a ways to go to get to the players that are above him, basically, and it's just about doing it for much longer than he has been doing it. He's been really good this year. If he moves to a bigger team than West Ham, he can easily play for a lot of teams in this Premier League right here. He can easily play for any of the top six, like easily. He's one of the better defensive midfielders that we have in this country right now. He's really good. Kind of gives you everything that you want. Good energy, great at passing, great defensive actions. He's just nice. My camera's about to die. Hold on, fellas. Hold on. I forgot where it was because of that whole camera commotion. But hey, we're here with Rodri. Nah. He's quality, I think. I don't think he's better than any of the players that are above him personally. But it doesn't change the fact that he's really, really good. One of the more press-resistant midfielders that I've seen. Good with his feet, can pass very well. Can dribble a little bit too. Very underrated dribbler. For how tall he is, and just brings a lot of presence to City in that defensive midfield spot. I think he's a good replacement for Fernandinho, and just has to do more basically to prove that yeah he's one of the best. He probably is one of the best in the league. If you want to put him in league's finest, I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't mad. But to me, he ain't better than no one above him. You get me? So I ain't me. Oriol Romeu, Jesus Christ. He does his job well for. I don't like it. I don't like the guy personally. I think he's just some hacker, bruv. But I put him in serviceable, I guess, because he's been a Premier League midfielder for like a long time now, and I guess for good reason, kind of thing. He just does his job like well, I guess, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Jonjo Shelvey, I like Jonjo. I like me a bit of Jonjo. You know what I mean? I really like Jonjo Shelvey. I like his game, but I'll be honest with you, he ain't all that. His range of passing, sweet. One of the best in the Prem. I ain't gonna hold you. He's one of the best, right? He has a good long shot on him as well when he decides to shoot. That is it. No cap. That is who that? Mr. Sissoko. Put him in serviceable to be honest with you. Or is he better than Eric Dier? Is he better than Scott McSauce? Yeah, he is. But I'm still on peeping there though. I could move him up potentially. Again, brings good energy to the Spurs midfield, but he didn't used to though. Hey, if you see him when he used to play for Newcastle, yeah? Oh my god. I really don't like players here that like turn it on whenever they want kind of thing. And by that, what I mean is like, if you know you have the ability to just take over a game, why don't you do it like more time than you don't? You get it? You man that just lounge around the pitch and that, and only like switch on when it's time. Most time it's too late. You get it? So I used to like him for that reason, but he's changed his ways now, and he's much better player than that now, innit? He good. So I'll keep him there, but he could even move up. You know what I mean? Tom Davis, literally again, bang average. Doesn't do anything special. Gives you good energy. That's it. All you can ask for. Can he get better? I don't really see him getting better, to be honest with you. I think he's kind of, if he stays like this kind of thing where he is, and hey, Everton will take that kind of thing, and he'll be a good squad player. Harry Winks, to me, same thing. Do I envision him getting any better than he is? No, but he'd be really good for a lower team in Premier League, I think, if he was given like more opportunity, I guess. Because at Spurs, obviously, you know, the opportunities are limited because, you know, you've got really good players like coming in and out. But he's good enough to be around the squad. He's good enough to be around the squad. He's good. Granit Xhaka. If I put him here, am I a criminal? Because I don't like him, personally, innit? I do think his range of passing and his ability on long shots is really good. But I'll put him here just because of his talent. But, hey, he's too aggressive sometimes. Sometimes, not even sometimes, he's way too inconsistent. I'm moving him down. Fuck it, I don't even care. He's too inconsistent. He makes very silly decisions on the pitch. He's not positionally disciplined. He's not good, in my opinion, innit? But if you want to move him up, fine. You gotta have to tell me why. Because I don't see a reason other than like he's a very talented player, which he is. He just doesn't put it together like more times than not. The last guy, Zambo. I'm gonna put you here, man. Hey, the first season I saw him in the Prem, he stank like, oh my god, he was so bad. He was really bad. But hey, that's the first season in the Prem. I guess this year he'd be better, but not great because Fulham are where Fulham are. I think it's fair for him, and I'm just gonna keep him there. So he ain't gonna give me too much headache. I'm not his biggest fan. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna hold you. Oh, I didn't disappear. I didn't tell you I was disappearing in the last. I didn't tell you I was disappearing in the last video as well. So I'm gonna disappear now because I like doing that trick. I'm gone. Am I moving Sissoko up? I don't think he's better than anyone there. Or at least on. No, I'm keeping him there, man. I'll keep him there, man. How about we just keep the list how it is, and you know, you guys let me know if I made any howlers and that. I do appreciate any sort of feedback that you can give me on any of the videos that I have uploaded. I'll leave a video on the screen now so you can see the last video that I uploaded. Jesus Christ, I had to burp. Yeah, man, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Appreciate you watching if you have reached it to the end. Let's keep these good times rolling. I'm also going to show you my second channel. It's in link in the description because I got some content coming on there as well. Alright, bet. Love you all. Love you and leave ya.